Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the 24th episode of the Awarenezzz podcast. Today we are here with our guest, Filip Versterre. Thank you very much for being with us. And yes, introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah. First of all, thank you very much for having me, guys. And to listeners, I'm Filip Versterre. I am a sophomore at University of South Carolina, and I'm from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Okay, that's great, man. So we know that you're here in South Carolina right now in Columbia playing for University of South Carolina. But run us a little bit more through all that process that you went through since the beginning, right? You come from Denmark. So how was that back then when you started playing the sport?
Oh, Denmark's very different.
Mm.
So here, the big sport is football.
Yeah,
In Europe, it's soccer.
yeah,
Soccer is the stuff over there.
football as
Um,
well.
Yeah, we call it football as well. Yeah. Yeah, I have to get used to saying soccer all the time. It's there now. It's there now.
Yeah.
No, but it's different because it's so, how can you say it? It's so specialized. Like there's, especially in the youth academy, we start such a young age. Like it's age 10, 11. They already start scouting for the players, and then they train like 4 times a week. Getting away from school, and like I don't know, do you guys do that as well here in the US?
In the US, I come from Colombia as well, man. So in where I come from, it was the same thing. Like ever
Yeah.
since I'm 10 years old, I've been training 4 days a week, and then once you get to like 14 years old, you start training like 5 days a week, and then of course you're
Yeah.
gaming the weekend. So I couldn't
Yeah.
tell, but I know here in the US, you have some regulations in which you can only train certain amount of times
Mm.
for a specific sport.
Yeah, I think we have that as well, but we also have loopholes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I,
more in the
I
US, it's more about, it's more about travel teams. And then you can come to the MLS next programs and stuff like this. But that comes probably more when you're 16 and play in high school already.
yeah. I think the main difference between like the US compared to like Europe or South America is like the biggest sport is soccer. So
Yeah.
that means all the top athletes will play soccer. Where here, if you're a top athlete, you're very fast, you go play football.
Yeah, exactly, man. And when you start, at what age you started playing, and then also run us through all that journey of like what were the people important. But let's start. Okay, at what age? What got you into soccer?
So my dad
Okay,
used to play soccer. He played an okay level. It was not that high, but not professional. But like he was okay. And I think he just my mom plays tennis, so they were
mhm,
like, okay, all three of their kids are gonna do both.
definitely.
So I ended up leaning more towards soccer, and my younger brother, he went to tennis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And since what age have you started like playing? And did you started playing in the academy, or how did that process go?
No, so I started around like what, like first grade or something like that.
Okay,
So a bit later than most of my friends, but
yeah.
still early.
Hmm.
And I started on like the third team of like the local
Okay.
team. So I was not very good. I was not very athletic. My dad just sent me some like videos of me trying to jump and run, and I did not look like an athlete.
Okay, and then what were those steps that you went through? Because of course now you're at a level and you've gotten to a level in which you perform very well and you're above, well above average. So how do you go from that, okay, being below average to actually going and be at the top of the game?
I think it's, of course, some people have the talent,
Hmm.
but I think it's a lot about the work you do,
Mm,
and not just about the work you do. It's about enjoying it,
okay,
um, because once you enjoy something, it's like you get more out of it.
definitely.
So for me, what like drove me a lot through my process was like I really liked improvement. So
Nice.
like every time I could see that I had made like progress, that would like just get me going. So I would work extra. I
Okay.
did tennis. I did Yeah, I had my soccer and I did like CrossFit on the side as well.
Okay.
Like my entire body was destroyed throughout the entire week, but I saw this progress and
Okay.
I built my body and it got me somewhere.
So
Okay.
you started playing with 6, you went to the club, and then you said like you went to academy already like with 11, 12, or how did
It's not like what do you define as academy? Like a good academy or just like a normal local team?
Mm, no, in Germany we have like a original term for academies, like then you get like get contracts and stuff like this.
Yeah.
As a
No,
youth player.
I didn't play academy until later, way later.
Okay.
It was under 17. That's when I got to my first like medium academy. That was in the second best youth division.
Okay.
And it was not until under 19
Mhm.
when I started playing in the best youth league. So I
Okay.
was kind of a late bloomer.
And then also the process of tennis. So you said like you did a lot of sport, like which also like we see it in a lot of athletes you had the podcast with. They as a kid they normally do 2 different sports and have like their parents did sport. And so you like when did you see like you have some talent in football?
I don't really think I saw that until very late. Until I was like what 16, 17. I think
Really?
I'd always had like the dream of like I wanted to be a soccer player or I wanted to, but it was always more like a dream. But then when I was around like what 15, 16, maybe even 17, I was like, wait, this is actually possible.
Mm. Oh, that's great, man. And it sounds to me like a lot of what drove you through that process. Because of course, if you're not constantly seeing, if you got that realization of being of saying, okay, I'm actually very good at this, I can imagine that that period all the way up until like 15 was probably full of doubt or like full of, okay, what am I gonna do with this? But it sounds to me that you also we're always looking to improve. We're always looking to find that way to get better. Uh, how were you constantly getting better? Were you evaluating yourself, what you were doing every time, or what type of thought process went through your mind in order to do this?
So I ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
So every time my coach says something, I start asking so many questions. And the thing is, sometimes they take it the wrong way and they like they get mad at me. Why are you questioning me and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Of course I'm right. I was like, I'm just trying to learn.
Definitely.
So I ask questions till I understand. And that's sometimes lead to people being a bit mad at me.
I love it. Yeah.
But you just gotta ask your questions. You gotta, of course, work hard and listen to the coaches for sure.
I love it, man. And a thought that I have is I'd rather somebody being mad at me than me being confused about something, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather a thousand times. So that was basically that, just asking questions and being very, very curious. And I wanted to ask you also, you said that a lot of the things that you did was the result of a lot of work. How did that work look like once you were when you were growing up? Like, how did your training look like, and how did you structure it so you can get better every time?
So when I was I don't know exactly how old I was. So I was in like middle school. I didn't play soccer at a high level at all.
Uh-huh.
But I think we had with the local team, we had like what, like 4 sessions a week.
Okay.
And then I had tennis 3 to 4 sessions a week.
Okay.
And then I had the CrossFit, which was
Okay.
1 to 2 times a week as well.
Okay.
And I had a period as well in middle school where I did trainings in the morning because my school had like a program where you could get like 2 trainings in the morning instead of classes.
Okay.
So I did that as well. So I had like every day I had like 1 to 2 sessions. And especially the CrossFit.
Yeah.
I did CrossFit from like what, 12, maybe even younger. And like in the start, there was like no improvement on my body.
Yeah.
And then puberty hit.
Immediately.
No, yeah. And then I just saw my hard work just pay off. That was awesome.
No, that's great, man. And now that we know, okay, what you did up until 15, 16, you weren't necessarily the best one, but then you always try to improve, always trying to get better, and also putting in the work because like there's no point in just asking questions if you don't work what the answers that they gave to you, you know? So I think that hard work part is very important. But now I wanted to ask you, okay, once you started getting better, run us a little bit through that process of entering the good academy and what were some of the challenges that you went through in there.
Yeah. So first time I got to a good, like kind of good academy
Yeah,
was under 17. That was the step from like a local team
yeah.
to like an actual academy, even though it was second tier. It was still
Okay,
like a pretty good academy.
okay.
And it was a step up. And also because it was under 17 in Denmark, at least we do like two age. It's like my generation 04 and 03, they went together in under
Yeah.
17, which meant I was one of the younger ones, which
Mhm.
meant I didn't play. So
Okay.
for an entire year, I think I got one game maybe.
Really?
Yeah. And it was just a process of getting used to the environment,
Mhm.
the goalkeeper training, and yeah, like kind of getting myself to the right speed. And
Yeah.
then the second year of under 17, that's when I started then playing.
Mm.
And all of a sudden I was up to speed on this level.
I see.
And by the end of that season, I even felt I can go higher.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
felt like
And what?
comfortable after your second year with
Yeah.
the first academy, and also like maybe was it like a change for you, like in maybe also someone asking something from you, like maybe as a local team you just play and you have fun, but then going to academy, like people have expectations of you. Did you feel like that, or it was just for you, you didn't really realize it?
Oh yeah, there was like the training level was so much higher, and if you didn't do good, like there wasn't like a lot of people were older than me. They'd tell me if I wasn't good enough.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, like you had a club, an academy with a lot of ambition. They'll be like, we need to get up in the best league within 5 years. You guys are gonna do it. If you do really well, we'll give you a contract. Like all this stuff that was just, you really felt like, okay, I'm somewhere now.
I see. I see. And what got you through that year without playing, man? Because especially for goalkeepers, it's like they're not gonna switch a goalkeeper too much. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
one's playing good, they're just gonna leave him. So what got you to that year to like keep working and just keep with that mentality of okay, I'm gonna have my chance and I'm gonna take advantage of it.
I think it was because it was a step up
I see.
to what I was usually like used to. So this was like the real level,
I
and I
see.
still felt like I was a little bit behind.
Mm,
And it's when the keeper in front of you, you feel like, okay, he is better.
mm.
I'm gonna try to learn. I'm gonna try to improve. So I'm ready, and I know next year he's gonna be at under 19. So I know that is my turn, and that is where I'll step in.
So you had that mentality from the beginning. That's gonna be my spot next year.
Yeah.
And have like a positive, healthy competition, not just saying, oh, I'm getting mad now because I don't play, just
Yeah.
taking your lessons out of it.
Yeah, make sure, yeah, get the best out of it. I think that is kind of a good like um phrase for my career, especially the later years of my years in academy. It's get the best out of it.
Definitely, man. And okay, after that second year and you're under 17, you realize that you can level up a little bit. What happened afterwards?
So a team called Lyngby, which is in one of the best academies in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the best league in Denmark, like their first team, and their under 19 was like a top 5 academy
Okay.
in Denmark.
I see.
So they were really high level, and we got in contact with them. They've been looking at me. They come and watch a few of my games, and they bring me in. But when they bring me in, they're like, okay, this guy, we're just bringing him in. We needed a third keeper for under 19, so let's just get him in,
Very
and
cheaper.
yeah, we'll figure it out. So I come in this again better environment than what I was
Well,
used to.
did you know it by then? You had a third goalkeeper?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a good idea of that. I think in the start maybe I thought second.
Okay.
But yeah, I knew that I was not gonna necessarily play. But of
Yeah.
course, I was hoping to be able to at some point, especially my second year of under 19.
Definitely, definitely. So how did that process go afterwards? They tell you that you were going to be the third goalkeeper. So how did that go afterwards?
I think again, it was just a wow. These guys are really good. This is really a step up again.
I
So let
see.
me make the best of this.
Mm,
And that half a year from my first like year of under 19. I
mhm.
think that is the most growth I've ever had
Oh, really?
as a player. Yeah, because I end up going from I was third choice on under 19,
Mhm.
and then fast forward half a year, 8 months, I'm third choice on the first team.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay. So I mean, it sounds to me that a lot of it just comes from having a lot of humility and seeing everything as a huge opportunity, as you said, that like that's one of the things that you try to live towards, of always looking for the opportunity in things.
yeah,
And I mean, in this case, you were not seen as a loss. The fact that you were as a third goalkeeper, you were seen as an opportunity that you were able to be exposed to that academy, right?
yeah. And it's when you train with people who are better than you
Mm-hmm.
improve. And that's
Definitely.
the thing. That's why I feel like it's such a good strategy to go to a team where at a certain point in your career, of course, like in the youth,
Mm-hmm.
like just go a place you might not play, but the coaching is so good and like the level is so high, and they'll like automatically just move you up. Um, so yeah, I feel like that's a really good strategy.
Definitely, man. And I think that's a very good piece of advice. But it take people have to realize that takes a lot of humility, because then not everybody is willing to be put in that situation in which you're not the main guy, you're not playing necessarily, uh, you're not getting recognized that much. But then is that process in which you're not winning, but you're learning a lot. And you have to acknowledge that, and you have to be very mature and very humble to acknowledge that, right? The same way that you were.
And
Yeah,
especially also
and
be patient,
go ahead.
because like for football guys, always a highlight to play on the weekend, but then you like sitting out and like you said, like, okay, let's see what I can do next year. But it's like a whole year. So I think it's really incredible, like you were saying, that patient and like seeing the long-term goal.
Yeah, and it's also about being ready,
Mhm.
because what happens next is that the what out of the three goalkeepers, our number three,
Mhm.
number two, he was angry. He was number two, so he left
Okay.
after like halfway through the season.
Mm.
Horrible like attitude. He like fights with the coaches and stuff. He's out. Number two, first goalkeeper, halfway like we're halfway through the season, so like half a year. He gets injured.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, they have no choice but to use the guy who came from the second tier.
Yeah.
I've been there like half a year at that point, and I take the opportunity. I play like the first 3-4 games, incredible.
Mm.
My second game on that level, I think I have like 5-6 saves. I save a penalty and keep a
Oh,
clean sheet in a 1-0 victory where we had a red card. Um,
amazing.
insane. And from that, it just yeah,
It's
we're
noble.
flying.
Yeah.
And when the other guy came back, like he was, I don't remember. He might have been too old to stay,
Okay.
or they just were like, "Hey, we have this guy who's I
Okay.
think it was 1 to 2 years younger than him that was
Okay.
doing really well," and they were like, "We're gonna prioritize this guy."
Especially you just mentioned like the term like of like being ready. Of
Yeah,
course, like some people say maybe you're lucky because the guy
I
left
was.
and first guy he got
Mm.
injured. But in the end, you stayed consistent with your training and like you were waiting for the opportunity. And then when the opportunity came, you were ready.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like it always takes also a little bit of luck. Like but if you get that luck, you need to be ready to take it.
Exactly, man. And luck only happens for the people that are in a situation where luck may happen. If you
Yeah.
don't put in the work, there's no luck that is gonna happen. So, I mean, you were putting in that work. Yeah, these situations happen, but the only way that you could have taken advantage of it is because of the preparation that you take. And I think that's amazing. It's something very good that people have to learn. And that piece of advice of going to a place where you're not necessarily going to be the main character, but you are going to learn a lot is not a piece of advice that a lot of people might want to hear. But I think it's a piece of advice that a lot of people should take, and that is definitely going to help them, because that's where actually growth comes from. And then after, okay, you finish your period in that team, or how did that process ended, and then you ended up in Copenhagen?
Yeah. So I had 2 years there.
Hmm.
So my first year, half year, I didn't play. Second half, I played.
Hmm.
After that, they start to bring me in with the first team, who's in like the best division. Um, and I do training camp with the first team and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like throughout the season, I start not performing as much in training.
Mm.
Um, I still play that half a year,
Mhm.
all around, but like my training sessions are getting less good. Like they brought in a guy from one of the other top teams who's a good goalie. And he just performs better in training.
Okay.
I still perform in games, but then at the end of the season, or at the end of like the half year, before we get like our winter break,
Hmm.
I play a bad game.
Mm.
Um, I play a really bad game, or not a really bad. It's like one of the last goals we concede.
Okay.
I mistime a ball. Like I try to sweep, but then the attacker gets it before me. It
Okay.
goes around, they score. I think we lost 3-1 anyway, but like that was something I was struggling with a lot at that time, like sweeping.
Yeah.
And the coach was like, I don't I don't really trust Philip on that anymore, even though he was a big prospect for us. He was all this stuff, and he did well that half year. He's kind of like fallen a bit off.
Okay.
So that means that the next half year, I don't I don't play much.
Mm.
Um, and that like half a year there was probably one of the toughest periods in my career at all.
Yeah.
I thought about just quitting completely. I thought about just leaving for a different place. There was many thoughts going on inside my mind, because like I had hoped like I would come up on the first team there. I would go through, because they're not necessarily a top team in
Hmm.
the like senior level. So
Hmm.
I would hope I could go on there and maybe play and then go up further. But it just didn't work out for me. And like I had this like growth that was insane, and then all of a sudden it just started evening out.
Yeah.
And as I said, my big like push was like development and
Mm.
seeing like, okay, I'm improving now.
Mm.
And when I then all of a sudden just stopped improving,
Yeah.
it just cut. And then I don't play, and that was definitely the toughest time of my career.
I can imagine, man. Because as you're saying, like what got you to those moments in which you were not playing is the simple fact that even if you were not playing, it was an improvement from the moment from where you were before. But in this case, it was kind of like going backwards, because you were already kind of like, I'm not gonna say in the top because there's always to improve, but you were like at a better spot in your career, and then you kind of like decrease the level, and then for that reason you didn't play that much. So in this case, that you didn't have that improvement pushing you, what really got you through that period, and what ended up causing for you to like actually come out of it, and then keep playing in the game?
So I this was actually the period where I figured out that what actually pushed me. I had thought like, oh, I really love the game and stuff. It's just that. And I figured out, wait, it's not just the game, it's like the act of improving. So I
Mm.
tried to find ways around it. So I started learning the side volley. So
Okay.
after every like practice, I would stand out and do side volleys. I would do, you guys seen the Danish catch, the one where like Schmeichel does this? I
Yeah.
started improving that, so I can do that now, and that's because of that period. So
Okay.
that half a year where I didn't play much, I found other ways to improve. So even though I was standing still in areas like shot stopping, which are important, but I just couldn't figure out what to do, I found other ways, developed other skills that now help me like distinguish from the rest.
I think that's
Also-
great, man.
So like it also helps you like to be more confident again. Like even like I said, you didn't play that much, so it's really hard to see the improvement. Like because like the actual test is always the game on the weekend, or like depends
Yeah.
when you play. And then like you said, like finding your own ways to keep improving and keep pushing yourself, and like to see a sense in why you're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like confidence comes from you thinking you're good at something. And when you're put into the bench, when you're not really playing, well, that image of you being good actually goes away a little bit. You're like, okay, am I actually good? But then if you start improving in other things and you actually make progress in other things and are good and show yourself that you're good in other things, that, as Matt said, that improves your confidence a lot. So okay, you didn't play in that period, but then what happened afterwards? And at what point you started playing again? Like, what was that turning point?
So I played the last game of the season.
Okay, really?
I played a great game. I think I won us the game. The coach after the game came over to me. Oh, you didn't have to be that good. And it's like, man, you could have played me the entire season, man. Yeah, I was kind of pissed.
Bad time.
Coaches,
Yeah, no.
coaches.
But it was yeah, it kind of gave me that confidence.
Mhm.
And then I kind of had to decide because I wasn't going to stay at that place. So I had a thought, either I would go to like the second tier in Denmark for like the senior level
Okay.
and try to find a place there because it's still professional. If you find the right place.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden we get a call from FC Copenhagen. And they're like, we want you.
Those goals that you cannot reject.
Yeah, and then it's like, let's say hypothetically, even though I wouldn't play or anything, like that environment is just so good. It's like the best players, it's the best club in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer. And also the under-19s goalkeeper coach is the guy who I had private sessions with back in when I was like under 15.
Oh, really?
He was a really big part of my development as well back then, and he kind of comes full circle when he becomes the goalie coach for under 19 in FC Copenhagen, and he's like, I know this guy, he's good. He gets me in. So that was great.
That's great, brother. And so it was from under 19s. What period were you there in the team?
I was there as my third year of under 19, the year before I came here.
Okay.
So when I come in, they put me straight with the first team, or I was signed for the under 19.
Yeah.
But then the first team goalkeeper, he got I don't remember if he got sold or something like that. So they were only 2 keepers on the first team, and they needed 3 for practice.
Okay.
So they called me in, and I haven't even trained with the under 19s yet, who I was signed for.
Oh, really?
I'm out here training with the first team, and like they play so fast. Like you would see them combine in the middle, and I was like, where did the ball go?
I can imagine, bro.
So, and I do well the first few sessions, and they're like, we have a training camp here in a few weeks. Would you come with us to Austria? And I'm like, of course.
Free vacation.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was such a nice place. It was a really good training camp, and I got to train with the goalkeeper coach of like the first team.
Yeah.
He's also the goalkeeper coach for the Danish national team.
Oh, really?
So that was huge. And he's a really, really good guy as well. So I really enjoyed that period where I got to be so much with the first team, like my first few months. But then they signed another goalkeeper for like what was it, 1.5 million?
Okay.
My age. And then I only trained with them sometimes to cover in, and not as much anymore.
I see. And then after that, you just kept playing in the under 19s, yeah?
And that was what I had hoped, but this guy they bought for 1.5 million was young enough to play under 19s.
Oh.
So that meant for most of that half year, I didn't get to play many games.
Okay.
So I played some preseason games against what was it, like Red Bull Leipzig, against Anderlecht. But in the under 19 league, I didn't get to play many games because they had signed this player.
Okay.
Can you give us some more insights about like maybe the first team, like the training camp? Like I think it's always interesting also for the guys who are listening. Maybe you have some nice stories
From
top of the head. Maybe the most remarkable player you like. Someone
the
like
most remarkable player. What I found most like remarkable is probably like the young players, like the players who was my age, who was on that training camp. Because Rasmus Højlund, from his two younger brothers, they were on that camp with me.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
now both playing in Germany somewhere. One guy in Frankfurt, the other guy in Schalke. Another guy, was he with us? I don't remember. He plays in Porto now.
Okay.
Starting 11. Been doing. He scored against in a practice match against Atletico Madrid. So like the young players, like from that generation,
yeah,
they're insane. Like they're crazy.
I can imagine, man, because at that point, like they're not. I mean, of course, you have some that are very physically developed, but like not to the point of a professional. So what really sets them apart is their actual like technical ability, like how they play with the ball.
Yeah.
So if they
just
perform
game
well,
intelligence.
Yeah,
they're smart players.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely. And brother, I mean, that last year was kind of like you didn't play that much and everything. And how did this decision of just coming to America come into place? Did you have that on mind, or how did this happen?
Okay. So first of all, let me round up the year with FC Copenhagen, because then the end of the year, there are some injuries, and I actually start to play some games. And I actually think I play some really good games. Get a lot of saves and stuff like that.
We
win a lot of games. Yeah, the under 19s, yes. So yeah, and I started to play some games again, regain that confidence. And having like FC Copenhagen like on your resume helps a lot as well with clubs. So I'm starting to think about like, where should I go? Because the problem is I haven't played like fully a lot of games. I think I played like 6 games in like the end of the season. But I haven't played for a long time, so I can't go in and just play at a professional club, because they're going to be like, well, you haven't played much, so we can't just get you in to start, and we're probably not going to give you a professional contract straight away. You might need to start on like a part-time or something. So we were looking at like second tier, or second tier was like the dream, because if I could get in there, be like a second choice, and then work my way towards like a first choice, that would be awesome. But the alternative was like playtime in like a third tier, maybe even fourth tier. And that would be like part-time, train in the afternoon, and not as professional setup. So we were kind of wondering, what are we going to do? Like, where am I going to go? But then I keep getting these messages from like these people who send Scandinavians to the US, called NSSA. They keep texting me all the time. and I ignore them, because like all like like good level athletes in Scandinavia, they get these messages all the time. Like we're
Okay.
kind of annoyed by them.
Yeah, you were like,
We're done with them.
another message in the spam bots.
Yeah, exactly. But this time it was from a guy who has like an Instagram account with like 20,000 followers.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, this guy. Okay, I've
Good.
like seen him on Instagram and stuff. This could be a good guy to know.
Yeah.
So I take the conversations, I talk with him, and it's like, okay, it's okay, interesting. It's an option.
Mhm.
And he gets me to talk with some schools just for fun.
Mhm.
And I actually enjoyed it a lot, just talking with them, especially because like these like last few years of my youth level, I was kind of like thrown around between position and clubs, and
Mm.
like you didn't feel like you really like was like wanted and belonged.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have these coaches that are like, we really want you here. We've seen this and this in your video. We really like that. So like it felt like
You
it
value.
was very like it was very nice. To like
Mhm.
feel like you were really like wanted. So it's like,
Definitely.
okay, this is nice. So I really enjoyed that. So I talked with a lot of coaches. So I talked with we talked with West Virginia, we talked with Marshall, UCF. I was close to not even talking with with Gamecocks because we were like focused on like the top ones.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I just enjoy talking with everybody of any of them. If you can tell me I'm good, well, I'll gladly listen. So so that's why I ended up talking with them. And I think when I talk with Tony, the coach, he
Mhm.
just had like a humility about him. Like he was very human. He was very a lot of like head coaches. They're like they would barely talk to the players. They send their assistant coach.
Mhm.
But he was like he seemed like a really good guy. And a lot of the other coaches did as well, of course. But I felt like I had a good connection with them, and that's why I ended up like actually looking into to college a bit more.
Mm.
Also, I had done a what's it called, like a tryout thing, like where they
Uh-huh.
do like like they called me up, like the NSSA company, I think it's what's it called, like Nordic Scholarship Association, something like that. They
Okay.
did like a big like tryout thing where they would put up a lot of players against each other, a lot of coaches come watch.
Mhm.
They had asked me if I want to do it. I said no, because I had practices and stuff. But then
Okay.
on the day, they were like, a guy canceled. So can you cover in? And I was like, I can play a few games just for
I
fun. Like,
guess.
so I came there just to have fun and just to play.
Yeah.
But then a lot of schools were interested,
Mm.
and then I talked with them just for fun, and they were like, "Can we get this guy? Where what's his name?" It's like, it's not on the list. Who is he? So that was very nice. And I actually got to to talk with a lot of them. That was, I think West Virginia was there.
Yeah.
I don't think Marshall was there. But we ended up talking with them anyway.
Mm.
So, and I had a lot of good video from both FC Copenhagen from my time in Lyngby, like, and I got I think I got to kind of really look into what I really wanted and what the different schools could offer.
Definitely, man. No, it's really interesting because it's not something that you necessarily had in mind, but it's an opportunity that started like just unveiling itself, and I think that's a key insight for the guys, because they might think that they have everything figured out, that they know how it's always gonna be. Then you have these different things that start showing up, and then your journey might have turned complete. Like, just think about it. If you were playing pro level in Denmark, how different your life will be
Yeah.
from what it is now here in America. Different language, different country, studying in the university. So it will be completely different, right?
100%. And I think even maybe being pro in Denmark, I think I prefer the option I took here. Because first of all, if I were to go to like the third or fourth tier in Denmark, it wouldn't be as like professional in the way of like the facilities and the setup. I get that here, and I get to play, and it's an
Exactly.
okay level. Um, And also an important thing is the education.
Exactly.
And I've always enjoyed my education, and it was something I wanted to do anyway. So getting the possibility of doing it while playing soccer, it's
like the
perfect.
perfect system. You can focus on both. Like they just
Yeah.
line it out for you. And also, like I mean, I went to your game and like,
Mm.
oh, the facilities are great. It's like
Oh, they're nice. The pitch is top tier.
it's like a carpet. And then also like Colombia is a very nice city. I mean, I've just been here for 3 weeks, but I love it. It's
Yeah,
great.
no, it's great. I went to visit UCF and I visited here.
Mhm.
UCF, very nice place. The coach, very nice as well, and really cool and diverse team. I enjoyed being with those as well. But I think what really won me over was, first of all, the pitch here is insane, and also the city, like having the city in like kind of the college integrated into the city in a way,
Yeah.
while you still get a feeling of you're in a normal city, but
Mm.
also you're in a college normal city, not just a campus, um,
I
but
see.
like a college
Like,
city.
when I drove around the first time, it seems like everything matches with the university. Like the buildings, the color
Yeah.
of the buildings matches with the logo of the Gamecocks. It's
Yeah.
right.
Exactly, and it's key what you mentioned because a lot of the college towns is basically just the campus. But then, as you're saying, like it's a city that is mostly represented by the university, but then it still has something else
Yeah.
more than just the campus, right? Based on
That's
what
it.
you guys are telling me, because I haven't been there.
No, yeah, it's very nice, and it's just a nice city as well. Like the State House as well with the park,
Mm.
like Main Street. It's just it feels kind of like home, you know.
Yeah.
So I've really enjoyed my stay so far, and also like the living condition here as an athlete, like the apartments we have here,
Mhm.
so nice. And like we just get like an electric scooter, we drive around on it, and everything's close. Like academics is like 6 minutes away, and we have like our like facilities is 8 minutes away. Like
Right.
just on your scooter, if you had to walk, it would take like double.
Yeah.
But you can just scooter around. Of course, it's dangerous, and like cars they don't care about you. In the US, it's the biggest vehicle that goes first. That's just the rule.
Yeah.
But it's just the quality of life here is just nice.
No, that's great, man, and it's also important for all the guys to like listen to this part because, as you say, you had offers for example, Marshall, UCF that are probably like top in terms of the football level, but then all those other different things that you're mentioning, the coach being nice, where the feeling that you get from them, and also the quality that you of life that you're gonna get in that city, then all the facilities, all these different aspects are things that at the end of the day also play a big role in you making that decision of where you're gonna go. No.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's more for me at least. I've always had to have a life outside of soccer to be able to like do soccer, because
Okay.
if I had a bad game, then like life would just be bad. If I didn't
Yeah.
have something else, like if I had school, if I had like music and like stuff like that, it's just it helps, like gives you more to life, you know. So you can still focus on your school, get away from the soccer, and also the social life, of course, here like at university is just better than like if you're at a pro club, like far away from home. You sit like in your
Yeah.
apartment and you maybe know a few teammates, but that's it. Like here I know plenty of guys from university. I have just normal friends I met through class and other stuff, and I have my soccer friends as well from my team. Like it's just nice.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I wanted to ask you, now that we're talking about like now that you're in US University of South Carolina, how does maybe the training for you guys look like? Let's say for now that we're just coming into the season, how does preseason look like for you guys? Kind of like the days, the intensity that you guys manage, the games that you guys play.
This year's preseason was tough. It was a lot. Like
Yeah.
especially like captain's practice, they made us run after almost every session. Uh also us goalkeepers.
Mm,
So like the other goalkeepers were in better shape than me, so I was struggling, and I had even been running in Denmark. I hate running, and I had been running to get ready for the season,
Do you
but I
guys
still
start
I
the
struggle.
preseason with the fitness test? Yeah. Like what kind of fitness
Yes,
test do you guys
yes.
do?
I hate that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I,
I made it through it. I was the first to go out, but I didn't go alone. I'll tell you that. Uh,
Did you do the beep test?
yes,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I hate it.
I
It's
don't think
it,
anybody likes it, man.
no, I hear those beeps and it's trauma. It's
It's like like you dream with them, you know, like you have
yeah,
some
no.
deep
But
with
yeah,
them.
the other day our athletic trainer, she had like some technology thing, and it had the beep of the beep test.
It's like it gives
Everyone
you
was like, "No."
Oh no, you just no, leave me alone.
Everyone was like scared of the practice, and it was
it
just
gives you PTSD, bro.
It does. It does. It really.
Brother. And of course, like now you guys do the beep test. What are the things that you're looking in that preseason? How do you guys structure it to make sure that you guys are ready for the season?
So, at least from what I know, the coaches they look a lot at our load. We have like some sensors on our back that keeps track of course, of our hearts and our all that kind of shit. See how much we like move and work, and that
Mhm.
kind of tracks our load.
Okay.
And they keep us at like a certain load. The entire team. They have like a big sports science team that makes sure that we do the right amount of load, like what's going to help us the most during this really intense season.
Yeah.
So of course, even though it's a lot of work, I trust that our sports science team and our coaches has give us like the right load that we will need to last the entire season. So we've been working really hard. That's for sure.
Okay.
so. How would normal day look like? Probably morning session. Do you do lifts, or maybe your coach doesn't like focus more on running
Like now or during the preseason?
in the preseason?
Preseason, so we would have 2 sessions a day, most days, and sometimes there'd even be like 2 hours, like 2 hours maybe in 15 minutes and 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Mhm.
And sometimes we do lifts as well, and they
Okay.
would be after a session. And we took like this trip to Myrtle Beach as well,
Okay.
where we just it was a kind of a like an awkward situation because we had like we gone over there, we had like a pitch set and everything, and
Mhm.
then the rainfall was insane. So like we came and the pitch was a swimming pool.
Oof.
Um, yeah. So we found other ways to work. We found a turf field. Um, and yeah, 2 sessions a day, hard work. You wake up in the morning, you think, oh, why do I do this? But then you get out there, you work, and that's what you need to do to get ready for the season.
No, that's great, man. And I mean, we had the chance to talk to a data analyst for University of Memphis,
Nice.
and it was nice to like get his perspective on how he sees players and how he analyzes the data that he gets. And now that you're also saying from a player's perspective, it's also nice because we realize that when something is backed up by data, when you know that people are watching you and taking care of you, well, it gives you more confidence that you're actually doing the right thing, right?
Of course, you're kind of blindly trusting. You just have to kind of like, this hurts right now, but it's gonna help. It's it's gonna help on the other side.
Definitely, man. Nah, brother. I just think it's been great to like just get that experience from you. I really appreciate you taking the time for like sharing your experience because I think there's a lot of things that people can get from this. Just a simple fact that most people want to get to that level, want to get to that D1 level, but then having them to know what it actually takes to get there, all the way from the beginning, and then while you're there, like there's always this constant hard work and always this constant look for improvement. So I think that the guys not only seeing those YouTube videos of how great the facilities are, but then
Yeah.
actually what goes underneath that. And I
Oh,
really appreciate you taking the time to sharing that because I think it really helps a lot of guys, though.
yeah, no, thank you very much, and thank you for having me. I think for young kids that want to to go to either D1 or professional level or whatever. I think it's about figuring out what makes you tick, like
Mm,
what really gets you going.
okay.
Is like you can have a goal. Everyone would love to be a professional soccer player or be a
Yeah,
rock star or something like that. It's not necessarily about the destination. It's about enjoying the journey,
love it.
figuring out how to enjoy that,
I love it.
because that's what's going to get you the furthest.
Definitely, man. And I think it was the same way you're saying, like, if you think about it, if you're only thinking about the destination, well, that's probably gonna take a year or 2 years or 3 years. So
Many years.
that's gonna be many years with you not having any reward of your work. But then if you think of, like, you as your growth, and if you think about the learning that you get, well, that constant learning, you see that every day. So it's kind of like that constant reinforcement that keeps you going, instead of having to wait 1 year, 2 years, 3 years to actually get that reward for your work, right?
Exactly.
I love it, man. I love
Also
it.
great. I think it was a great talk also for me. Like just my main takeaway is like you saying like throw yourself in an environment where you see like it's not be the easiest thing, but you're gonna learn like the most from it. And also like having good examples, you saying you didn't get improvement because you didn't play, but then you just sat on the pitch, trained your half volleys, and then
Yeah,
you probably felt after every practice feel like, okay, I did something for myself now, and then you go
exactly.
tomorrow, you go again. And
Yeah.
then if you're okay with it, we're gonna finish off with like rapid fire questions.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Thing you miss the most from back home?
Food.
Food. What kind of
Wow.
food?
Oh my God.
Danish dishes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, okay. I thought he was gonna say something else, bro.
Every European guy said doing a kebab.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that is good as well. True.
Yeah, I'm so glad you didn't say it, bro.
No, no, no. Danish like national meals. I
What's
mean,
a Danish meal? What's a sample of a Danish meal?
we have like Danish meatballs, which
Okay.
are almost the same as Swedish, just slightly better.
It's
Um,
slightly better.
yeah,
But then
yeah, like homemade. My mom makes them. They're so good. I love
Oh,
it.
bro, it's always food. It's
that's phenomenal.
always food. Brother, what is the biggest difference in football between Denmark and the US?
It's hard to tell from like, of course, like the professional level or academy. At least
Okay.
from the academy I played to like the D1 here,
Hmm.
it's a very different game. It's like
Yeah.
it's more direct. I feel like, and also in a way, I feel like the stakes are kind of higher. Because at least for academy, like it was not like that big of a difference, like where we finished in the league. Of course, we would like to win, and if we didn't, like, okay, here it's like constant survival. Like
Mm.
it's a really big thing here in the US, so it really matters how you do. So I feel like every game we're just playing for our lives.
Okay, so more here is more direct, and there are more things on in stake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's direct. I mean, like more no nonsense. It's
Okay,
like
okay, I see what you're
at
saying.
least where I played in FC Copenhagen and Lyngby, like we a lot of times it was like sometimes even though it's a bit risky, let's try to play, let's try to like figure this out because we're trying to improve as a players. Here I
Okay,
feel like it's more result based, so it's like if there's the slightest doubt, you hit that ball down to the other goal.
I see. I see what you're
and then
saying.
you still have the thought process of like you want to develop. So you just
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
but here it comes with results. Also, like our coach told us, like he said, like his job is at risk. I'm sorry. If you play bad, might get kicked out. So
Yeah.
your favorite memory since being in the US?
Oh, there's a lot of good memories. I really like of course we had like we drew Clemson, who was ranked #1 last year,
Hmm.
at home. That was amazing. We won the spring. We had like a spring cup called Carolina Cup. We won that as well on penalties. I think I saved 2 penalties and we win it, which was awesome.
Of course.
But also just volleyball here. I love playing volleyball.
Volleyball.
I play so much volleyball here. It's so fun.
Okay, brother. And then what's something about college soccer you haven't gotten used to. So something like a rule, playing style, I don't know, things like that. Because here we have a lot of weird rules. I don't know for you.
There are weird rules, yes. I think mostly the clock ticking down
Okay.
is weird. And like at least at our stadium, it's like when there's 10 seconds left, they count down 10, 9, 8. It
So
just feels
American,
a bit
bro.
weird. Yeah, it is very like Americanized, but it has its charm as well.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
If you have on your pre-game routine,
Pre-game routine.
literally what you have.
I don't really have much actually. It's just I think in my warm-up, it's just all about getting as confident as possible. So like a lot of people maybe want to be challenged or anything, at least as a goalkeeper, I need to feel good. I need to feel like I'm the best in the world and no one can do anything. So I think it's just getting my confidence up.
Yeah, you don't want to go into the game with a loss, right?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, brother. Now imagine this scenario, and this kind of takes back to the first one that we asked. Imagine this scenario, you just got off like the toughest practice, a preseason practice, big test type of thing. What meal do you want to see in your plate?
Like after
Yeah.
Danish meal made by my mom. That is for sure. We have like a
Just
meal
anything,
called
just make sure it's Danish and made by my mom.
there you go. Or dad. My dad can make some pretty good as
Oh
well.
yeah. Okay, that's good, man.
But do you guys eat at the cafeteria or you have like extra meals?
We have like different cafeterias. We have like an athlete cafeteria, and then there's like normal student cafeterias, and I like to mix it up a bit between them. But I mostly eat at like the athlete cafeteria. It's called Dodi.
And how is quality is good?
The food's pretty good, especially compared to like other places. And what I hear from like from some of the former like Marshall guys, they say it's so much better than what they're used to. So I think it's no Danish food, but I think it's what we need as athletes. So
They
I'm
haven't
very
gotten to
happy.
that point yet.
No, of course not. They'll never here in America.
So you work one day as a cook and try on your own.
Yeah, I did cook some Danish meatballs here actually. It went pretty okay, but like the ingredients and stuff just isn't on the same level though. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what they call love? You know, we don't know what love is when cooking, but that's what the moms call it.
True. There's something there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We tried to do like a cooking video, like doing the kebab on our Instagram channel.
No.
It didn't go that good. I mean,
What are you
like,
talking about, bro? You
it tastes
told me
great
it was-
no, it
content.
tasted good, but it was not like the original kebab because we didn't.
That's great content though.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What do you prefer, morning or night practice?
Morning, for sure.
That's great, bro. I'm also a morning guy.
Yeah, no, it's just like because if I go the entire day and I don't move, I just feel horrible. I need to like if I move in the morning, I can feel great the rest of the day. Otherwise, I just go and wait.
Yeah.
I like
More Matt is also a morning guy.
Depends on what time in the morning, though. I don't want to do it like
at
6.
11 a.m. type of morning, you know.
Yeah. Not here though. Not in here in South Carolina, especially in the summer. Horrible. Like if you do it midday.
Yeah, like
around
actually
midday.
here I prefer morning practice because if we go like even at 6, we
Yeah,
the first training session I was not prepared for the weather. And now I just in every drinking break I just chug 1 liter of water. So.
Oh yeah, and you just pour it over you. Yeah, and the humidity here, like the air is just not breathable. Like compared to Denmark, it's just I as soon as I came home in Denmark, like through like I went out the flight, start breathing the air. I'm like, wow.
There's so much.
It was like,
can I change the answer? What do I miss the most from home? Is the air.
I played like in Germany. I played like with my old team, and I played like 90 minutes and was like totally fine. But then I get here and we played like 60 minutes like inter
Yeah.
team, and I was dying. I was like, oh my god, what's wrong with me?
No, it's
Yeah.
insane, bro. I come from Colombia. I come from probably one of the warmest cities in Colombia, and I used to train at like 3 p.m. That was my training time, brother. It was horrendous, man. It was horrendous. Like the sun and the humidity as well. We have a river, so
That's horrible.
brother, what's something that you have in your bag 99% of your time?
In my bag?
Yeah.
Probably like here, like when I run around,
Yeah, like in your bag that you carry everywhere.
raincoat.
Raincoat?
Yeah.
You never know when it just starts pouring down here, especially here. It's like sunny all day, and then all of a sudden, the roads will just be flooded.
Yeah, for everybody trying to go to South Carolina, you have to have that raincoat with you. You know, Matze? You have to hear,
Like, yeah, I realize now
bro.
the world is going down sometimes here.
Especially today. Today was bad. Like all of a sudden, it's sunny now as well, I think, but it was just earlier. Like all of a sudden, poured down, our field completely flooded.
Crazy.
Okay. So, what's the toughest game you've played in, like in your whole career?
Like toughest, like because I made mistakes, or toughest because it was the hardest opponent.
Like, how, like I don't know, you were just struggling. Maybe might be the pressure, might be like good striker.
Oh, that's a very good question, actually. We had a game when I played in Lyngby. We played a cup final, like a youth cup final against FC Copenhagen, actually.
Oh,
funnily
yeah.
enough. And we had like a bit over 1,000 fans, which was like the most I've ever played for at that point. And they were all like shouting and all that kind of. It was like a big deal for us youth players. And like the first half, it was just constant like shot. And I make the craziest saves. I still look back at those and I'm like, wow. And then second half, it just all crumbles down.
Oh, yeah.
We end up losing that game 5-0. And it's to this day, it's one of the best games I've played. And we lost 5-0.
You don't tell that part of the story. You just show the saves.
I show the saves, and it still says 0-0 up at the top.
Yeah, people tell you how the game ended. I don't really remember, man.
No.
We caught him.
Yeah. I actually had a fun thing with that. When I was on youth level,
Yeah.
there was a game where, like, from kickoff, I started too far up my line. So straight from kickoff, they scored. Like they just shot and scored, and it was devastating. It's like an important game. And then after the game, they hadn't started the video, so it wasn't on video.
Oh fuck, bro! Thank
So
God.
it didn't happen.
Never happened.
It never happened. It's not on
It
video.
isn't on video. Hey, we'll make sure to cut the part of a clip so we don't have a record of it.
Exactly. There's no proof.
Brother, and now kind of contrasting it, what's your favorite football moment?
My favorite football moment?
Yeah.
I think it's probably like I think it was like when I was younger, I didn't play like I played like still before I played academy and stuff. It was like a tournament we played, and like the semifinal, we go to penalties. I save the penalty, we win. We go to the final, I save the final penalty, and we win it. And even though the stakes like weren't as high as like later,
Yeah,
it's just like the feeling of saving the penalty, the final penalty, in the penalty shootout as a goalkeeper is just. I did it the other day in a practice game as well as against NC State. We did like a little like shooting penalty shootout after the game, and I think I saved 2, they miss 1, and they score 1. So technically 3 saved out of 4. I'll take it. And yeah, and we and yeah, we win the shootout and I saved the final one, and that's awesome. Like, it's any moment of you saving a penalty, I think that's just the best feeling.
Yeah, I would like to know, brother, what does it feel to save a penalty from the goalkeeper, like now to be in a penalty from the goalkeeper's perspective, you know?
It's like in a penalty shootout, or just a penalty, it depends on like your confidence. Like if I'm in a period where I feel like I've saved a lot of penalties, like I'm in shape, I'll go into like a penalty shootout. I'll look at the striker, I'll look straight into his eyes, and I'll like through my eyes, I'll tell him, if you score, no one's gonna say anything to me. But if you miss,
that's what I'm thinking, because the pressure, a lot of it is on the player, because the goalkeeper in some way is not supposed to save a penalty, you know?
Exactly. No, so it's just making sure they understand the situation. Like I can't lose, you can lose. And I just stand up and say some stuff to them. Like last game, I said I didn't go back to my line. I stayed up like from the line, and I said I'm pretty sure there's like a statistic that says like the longer you wait to kick a pen, the bigger the chance you're gonna miss. I stood and said that, and I slowly walked back to my goal. I turned around and like, yep, and then I save it.
That's amazing, man.
Amazing. So much tension, because you're just waiting for this one moment, and everything is silent for a moment, and then you save it, and like everyone is.
No, I think it's the keeper just got to have confidence. The feeling when you save it is just, it's awesome.
Definitely, man.
Very nice. And then, of course, to finish it off, you gave some great advice already, but maybe you can like just summarize it. What's your advice to young athletes who want to make it to the top?
Yeah, kind of like I said before, find ways that you'll enjoy the journey. So it's not just thinking about, I want to be a professional here. Of course, that can be your overall motivation, but day to day, you got to have that. How do I enjoy this? How do I find ways that like kind of make me, how do I phrase it? I phrased it well before, didn't I? I think I kind of lost that phrasing.
So like things that fulfill you, know?
Yes, exactly. Find out how like small improvement every day can lead to you like enjoying it more. So basically ask questions. If you're ever injured, this is actually a really important thing I did, which is still one of the most important things for me today. Every time I was injured, instead of like just, of course, I focused on my rehab, but also get into coaching, get into the structure of the game, because even though you can't be better as a soccer player on the pitch, you can be better at understanding the game. So when I was injured in Copenhagen, I went and had meetings with the coaches and on the under 19 who were really good. And I had meetings with them and talked tactics with them and like learned to understand the systems and stuff. And that's still something I can use to this day. And that's a big thing for me, the structure and being able to adapt and understand the different systems. So basically take all the learning you can, make the most of every situation you're in and enjoy it.
Love it. So not just thinking about what you cannot do, but what's under your control. And that's something that, as you said, like something like when you're in, you're going to the tactical part. No, that's great, man. That's great. And I think that's a great way to finish it off, brother. As I said before, I really appreciate you taking the time. It's been a great talk, man. And just looking forward to perhaps having another talk. And then as the season goes on, probably see how the season went for you, man. But I really appreciate you taking the time, brother.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having me. This is new for me, like being on a podcast. I think at the start I was a bit, okay, but now I'm much more comfortable. I'm learning to enjoy it. This was really it was really nice. It was really also talking about yourself. You kind of learn stuff about yourself by sharing. So it's also a good learning opportunity for me, and also I get some media training. So thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Of